In a land of rolling green hills and whispering forests, there lived a young man named Simbi. He was bold, restless, and always searching for something more. More adventure, more discovery, more wonder. But some things are not meant to be found. One evening, as the golden sun dipped below the horizon, Simbi wandered deep into the forbidden forest. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and ancient trees. Birds hushed their songs. A strange silence hung in the air. And then, he saw it. Beneath the sprawling roots of a towering mugumo tree lay an old, abandoned drum. It was unlike anything he had ever seen. Polished ebony, carved with swirling patterns that seemed to move in the fading light. A faint glow pulsed beneath its surface, as if the drum itself was alive. Simbi's heart pounded. His fingers tingled as they brushed against the wood. Without thinking, he lifted it, feeling a strange warmth seep into his hands. He knew the stories. He knew the warnings. The drum belonged to the spirits, and it was never to be taken. But curiosity is a powerful thing. With the drum strapped to his back, he hurried home, the wind whispering through the trees, carrying voices he chose not to hear. That night, under the gaze of a full moon, Simbi placed the drum before his people. A crowd gathered, their eyes filled with wonder. He lifted his hands and struck the surface. Boom! A deep, rich sound rolled through the village like distant thunder. The air shimmered, and then, miracles. Food appeared where there was none. Coins clinked onto the ground, worn-out clothes turned new. The villagers gasped in amazement, then erupted into cheers. They called Simbi a hero, a chosen one, a bringer of fortune. And fortune, they decided, should never end. "Play more," they cried. And so Simbi played. Night after night, the drum roared and the people feasted. Their hands overflowed with riches, their homes filled with luxuries. But something had changed. The villagers no longer worked, no longer shared, no longer spoke of anything but wealth. The air grew heavy, the sky darker. And Simbi could not stop. He struck the drum with desperation, with greed, with a hunger that could never be satisfied. Then on the seventh night, silence. The drum would not sing. Simbi beat it harder. Nothing. The villagers stared, their faces twisting with fear and anger. "Fix it, Simbi," they shouted. "Find more magic." Panic gripped his heart. He grabbed the drum and fled, back to the forest, back to where it all began. The trees loomed taller than before. The shadows stretched long, watching, and then soft footsteps, rustling leaves, whispers in the wind. The spirits had come. A figure stepped forward, glowing with an eerie blue light. Eyes like burning coals locked onto Simbi. "You have stolen from us," the voice rumbled, "and now you must pay." The air turned cold. A deep hum vibrated through the earth. Simbi gasped as his body twisted, his skin tingling, shrinking, changing. His fingers melted together, his arms shrank, his legs stretched, his mouth widened. A croak escaped his lips. Where Simbi once stood, a large green frog now sat, trembling in the moonlight. The spirits disappeared, their whispers fading into the trees. The drum vanished into the roots of the mugumo tree, never to be seen again. And Simbi remained, bound to the river's edge, his voice no longer a song, but a warning. Even today, when the night is quiet and the river flows under the silver moon, a lonely croak echoes through the air. Listen closely. It might just be Simbi, still regretting his greed.